Hi, my name is Marisa Mejia, and I'm here to tell you why I think I'm extra googly. So, when I started my graduate schooling, I decided I wanted to teach some of the undergrads some architectural delineation, which is the drawing class. And one night I was having office hours and all my students were there, and I was walking around helping everyone, and I overheard one of my students talking with another student who was not in my class, asking who I was and what was I doing. And my student answered that I was their teacher and I was there to help. And the other student seemed kind of surprised by this and said that, their own professor wasn't there helping them. And this really made me stop and think and do a right turn and just head straight into education. So I promptly changed my career path into education because I really felt like I wanted to inspire and really reinvigorate other teachers and professors into why they were in education. And that's why I think I'm googly.
Hi, today I want to show you how I would use Chromebooks along with Google Sites in order to have my students create electronic portfolios so they can kind of showcase their growth throughout their learning processes in all their different classes. So first of all, we're going to go over to Google Sites, and I would instruct my users that they should be using Chrome or Firefox in order to access the latest Google Sites. We're going to choose our school issued Google account. That's important to emphasize with students just in case they are using their personal accounts in school, to make sure they're using their school one when working with this site. So now I'm going to click on New Google Sites, and I'll click on the plus sign at the very bottom right hand corner in order to create a new site. And I would have my kids go over to Pages and start creating pages for each of their classes. So we'll do art, kind of some classes that most students have. And they would go through and create, 5 or 6 different pages for each of their classes. I always have my students name their website right away and just call it their name. So that way everyone knows whose is whose. Within each one of these pages, we can insert tons of different items. Some prep work probably for this is to have them organize their Google Drive because everything can be pulled from their Drive. So for instance, I'll go over to Drive here and I'll just find some photos that I want to share in my art portfolio. So I'm going to go down here. And what's cool is I can hit Control and put a bunch of different items in there. I can add text boxes really easily, naming my pieces. And I can move them pretty quickly. I can move the images around to kind of center, so that always goes nice. And then just different ways to kind of organize their artwork and talk about their learning process. So also, let's say I want to work on now my math page. I can pull from documents. That's pretty easily done. So we'll say, I'm just going to share this. I'm going to unclick those. I just want the one. And I can also create just a text box and type here whatever I needed to put in there. One of the other good things about this that's fairly easily done is videos. So let's say you have your students creating videos to demonstrate their learning. They can easily put their collection of videos, or maybe you're having them put together a collection for you. All of that's done really easily with student Google Sites, and you can use this as a reflection tool for student portfolios.